I know I talk a lot about emotions when it comes to day trading. Emotions, day trading, no emotions, no day trading emotions. We talk about emotions a lot when it comes down to day trading, the psychology of day trading. But what about feelings? Are feelings and emotions the same thing? What about just overall biasness? Is it good to have a bias? Is it good to think that the market's always going to crash, or is it good to always just be a perma bear? Now, I want to talk about feelings today and how feelings can make a drastic difference in your trading, and how I've been battling feelings for quite some time now, especially the last couple of days with the overall market. I'm going to talk about feelings here in this video, day trading feelings. I don't know, I feel like feelings are different than emotions. I'm going to talk about it here in this video, so make sure you guys stay tuned. What's going on, guys? So today I want to talk about day trading feelings. Feelings, not emotions. Now, we know what emotions are. Emotions are what happens when you lose money, you make money, or you get FOMO, stuff like that. It's like what builds up inside of you. But feelings, now, feelings are different for a couple of reasons. Feelings you bring to the table, right? You wake up in the morning, you got an idea, you read a little bit of news, you think, okay, the market's just been going higher and higher forever. It's got to pull back, right? That's a feeling. That's a biasness. That's an idea that you're like, you know, I think that there's $21 trillion in debt. The USA can't ever pay that money back. The dollar is going to crash. Bitcoin's going to the moon. Stuff like that, right? That's like a feeling, and that's an idea. Those feelings, those ideas can destroy you when it comes down to actually day trading, because in your head, you just think the market's going to crash. And this is like the perfect example of when the market doesn't crash. You're reading all the headlines, everyone's like, oh, the market's going to crash. I've been doing this for over 3 years now, and ever since I started day trading, all I've ever read about was how the market was going to crash. Everybody loves to try to call the top while the market keeps going higher. And all those people who bought puts, or all the people who played TVIX and anything like that, the VIX, volatility, those people ended up losing out on a lot of opportunities. Now, I'm not going to tell you that the market won't pull back at some point here, but the problem is if you have just this deep yearning desire to short the market, no matter what you're seeing on the chart, you end up fighting the trend. And remember, at the end of the day, the trend is your friend. I see this happen also with small caps. This is not just like a futures thing. This happens with small caps, penny stocks, where a stock has like, it's totally crap news. Everyone knows that it's crap news. Everybody knows that the stock is just total crap, but the stock goes up like 500%. And as it's going higher, everybody's like, no, this is the top. It's not going to go any higher. I'm shorting. And everyone's like, short, short, short. And they end up getting squeezed out. And instead of like capitalizing on that move from like $3 to $10, the whole time they're just fighting the trend. They're trying to short, 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 and they end up getting blown up and end up losing money instead of capitalizing on these moves. Now, that's not to say that you should be a perma bull or a perma bear, you know, and only have one thing. But what this really comes down to is just kind of leaving whatever feelings you have about whatever stock or whatever the market's doing, leaving those feelings at the door. If you have a door on your office or wherever you trade at, just leave your feelings out there, because at the end of the day, what we're trying to accomplish here, what we're focused on, is trading the trend. The trend is your friend. If a stock is holding support and it's starting to squeeze higher, don't be like, well, this is time to short because it's squeezing higher. I want to get short here. That is not a proper mindset. And trust me, I'm speaking from experience here. I know what happens when you fight the trend. Trust me, I've been doing this long enough to know exactly what happens when you fight the trend. And it's funny because I keep doing it, and a lot of times I keep doing it, and I keep telling myself after the fact, I'm like, what were you thinking? Why were you trying to buy the bottom? Why were you trying to short the top? And you missed out on this entire move while you were just doing the exact opposite of what was going on with the market or with that stock. And that's something that I really just got to focus on personally, is making sure if I'm buying and I'm getting long, is the stock trending higher? Is it below support? What is going on at that moment? I don't care if I think the stock's gonna go to the moon, or I don't care if I think the stock's gonna crash. What is the stock telling me? What's the trend? What's really going on? And that's the key here. Just leaving that feeling, leaving that biasness, leaving that idea of if a stock's gonna go higher or it's gonna go lower. That's not our job. Our job as day traders is not to sit here and be like, I believe this stock is going to go higher. That's not what it comes down to. It comes down to we're trading the action, we're trading the trend, we're trading the momentum. You gotta look for volume, you gotta look for momentum, you gotta look for the trend. Where is the stock going? What's it doing? It'll tell you where it's going. But you sitting here trying to guess the top, trying to guess the bottom, that is never going to be conducive for actually growing an account. And trust me, I'm telling you from experience. You might sit here and be like, yeah, but what does this guy know? You know, he thinks he's an expert. I'm not an expert. I'm just a guy who's been out here doing this long enough to know that having a feeling or having a biasness, sitting here and going, you know, the market's at an all-time high, it just can't keep going higher. Who's gonna keep buying? You know, what kind of idiot would buy the S&P at this point? Who'd want to buy this stock when it's up 500%? That's not what matters here. What matters is what's going on with the chart. We see this all the time with the penny stocks. We see stocks go from like $5 to $30. And the whole way, all the way to 30, everybody's screaming, this is overvalued, this is going to crash, this is going to crash. And yes, I agree. At some point, that stock is going to crash. We all know it's going to crash. But the problem is, if all you're thinking about is it's going to crash, you just missed out on the move from $5 to $30. You just missed out on all that opportunity. Let's trade the trend. Let's trade the action. Let's not try to call the top. Let's not try to buy the bottom. I think using the EMAs is a really good way. If a stock is below the EMAs, it's bearish. If it's above the EMAs, it's holding the EMAs as support, it's bullish. I don't really care what the story is. I don't care what the idea is. I don't care if the stock's going bankrupt tomorrow. Well, I kind of care because I don't want to hold it overnight. But in general, whatever the news is on the stock, we got to understand that it doesn't matter. I mean, it matters. I don't want to tell you it doesn't matter. But if let's say there's a stock that's just got like the worst news ever, but the stock's just going higher and higher and everyone's like, what the hell is going on here? Maybe you just don't trade it, but at the end of the day, you're missing out on an opportunity by trying to be that guy who's calling the top. You're missing out on an opportunity by being the guy who thinks that everything is going to crash. Or you're missing out on being the guy who thinks everything's going to go to the moon. This goes both ways. You can definitely mess yourself up by trying to buy the dip. If a stock has like insane news, everyone's like, oh, this stock's going $1 million, and everyone's like a bull, and all of a sudden the stock starts to sell off, don't be that guy who's like, I'm gonna buy the dip because this thing is gonna go to the moon. It's gotta go to the moon. That's the same idea here. I've seen that as well. Where you're like, okay, it's got good news, everything's looking good, and you just try to buy some big red candle for no reason that just washes out through all support, that doesn't have any kind of support, no reason to buy. Don't be that guy. I'm telling you right now, don't be that guy. Leave your emotions at the door. Leave your emotions down below in the comments. What do you guys think? Leave some love, leave some comments. What do you guys think about feelings, emotions? Are emotions and feelings the same thing? Day trading emotions, day trading feelings. I'm feeling like there's a little divide here between the two. I mean, we got to fight both of them, but a lot of times I think people kind of misinterpret. Why is it so hard to say? Misinterpret. I can't speak today, but there it is. If you guys have any comments, you have any concerns, leave a comment down below and don't forget to hit that subscribe button. I will talk to you guys later on.